Number 1A, who's got the answer for negative 7 times 11? Autumn. Negative 77. B, negative 6 times negative 9. Summer. Close. 54 and positive, right? Because a negative times a negative is positive. 3 times a negative 12. Anna? Negative 36. Questions about any in 1? 2, is the following equation true? Is it true? Is 13 minus negative 1 the same thing as 13 plus 1? Yes. Yes. So you should have a yes. And then rewrite 7 minus negative 4 in a different way. So how would I rewrite that one? Someone raise your hand. Mackenzie. 7 plus 4. That's it. That's all you had to do on that one. 3, use long division to write the fraction negative 3 fifths, negative 3 fifths as a decimal. So when I draw the little doghouse, what number goes inside? Negative 3 or 3. We already know, is our answer going to be positive or negative? Our answer is going to be negative. I'm going to write that over here, and I'm not going to deal with the negative anymore. Put the 5 out here. Does 5 go into 3? No. What do I need to do? And that's called annexing a 0. Move my decimal up. 5 goes into 30 how many times? 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 0. So my answer is negative 6/10, or you can write it like this. Those mean the same thing. One of those two. Simplify 8 plus 6 minus 4 times 2 plus 12 divided by negative 3. Where am I going to start with this one? Dominic? Why would I start with addition? So probably if you raise your hand to answer, you need to have a strategy involved. So does order of operations, Dominic, say to start with addition? Dominic? What? Does order of operations say to start with addition? What does it say to start with? Nope. Division. Nope. Subtraction. Addition. Sean? Says to start with parentheses. There is a parentheses here, but is there any math to do inside of it? No, so nothing to do there. Okay, so after parentheses comes what? Jackson? Exponents. Are there any exponents? Nope. Then what? Jackson? Working left to right. Is there any multiplication and division? Yes, there is right here. We're going to start this way. Do you notice how I circle that negative in front of the 4? I thought that was minus 4, Miss Miller. It means the same thing. Thank you. So now we have 8 plus 6. What is negative 4 times 2? 8. Wait, no. Negative 8. So I'm going to write minus 8 plus, now let's do this. That's a positive 12. 12 divided by negative 3. Negative 4. I'm going to erase that plus. Since it's negative 4, that really means what? Minus 4. Okay? Now I have addition and subtraction, so I work left to right. I get 14 minus 8 minus 4. 14 minus 8 is 6. And 6 minus 4 is 2. You did yours a whole different way. Well, all right. Yes, ma'am. That won't always work. So you got to be careful. Did I do something wrong? So Yeah, if she'd have had a multiply right in front instead of the add, it wouldn't have worked. Okay. All right, find the sum of negative 12 plus 7, then describe how you know if the sum will be positive or negative. So sum means the answer to an addition problem. Well, it tells us the addition problem right there. Negative 12 plus 7. What's the answer? Negative 5. How did we know it's negative 5? We've got 3 different strategies that you could use. Someone tell me one way that you know that the answer is negative. Dominic.
Because negative 12 plus, well, no, a negative plus a positive is basically subtracting from negative, so it's basically 12 minus 7.
Yeah. So how did you know it's negative, though, if it's basically 12 minus 7? Because 12 minus 7 is 5.
Because there's more negatives.
More negatives, right. So when the signs are different, you subtract, and then you take the sign of the integer with the greatest absolute value. That's that one. How else could you have done that? Yes? How you know that it's negative? What strategy? Mm-hmm. If the one with the larger absolute value is negative, right? Yes. So let's talk about, we have a strategy with counters, and we have a strategy with the number line. Can anybody tell me about those 2 strategies? Jackson. Zero pairs. So counters. So what would you do on that one? Would that be a justification of why your answer is negative 5 on Georgia Milestones? Would it? With a few words, it sure would. That could be one way you could tell how you knew your answer is going to be negative. It doesn't get much easier than that. I might say I had 12 negative and 7 positive, crossed off 0 pairs. I'm left with negative 5. Is that a justification? Sure is. We learned one more way. So I can put all my numbers on here. I can draw an arrow from here to what? Negative 12. I could go this way. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's negative 5. And I can draw my arrow just like that. Is that a justification, or is that how I knew I ended up with a negative 5? Yes, so you can know the rule and explain the rule. You could use counters and 0 pairs, or you could use a number line. I know last year when we practiced for Georgia Milestones, there was a problem like this, where you had to take your arrows and you had to draw them and put them in place. So we really need to understand all 3 strategies. All right, questions? Okay, we're going to put this up and get your study guide out.